Whoever does not miss the Soviet Union has no heart. Whoever wants it back has no brain. Sometimes it is necessary to be lonely in order to prove that you are right. Those who fight corruption should be clean themselves. I have a private life in which I do not permit interference. It must be respected. My English is very bad. Terrorism has no nationality or religion. We shall fight against them, throw them in prisons and destroy them. My personal position is that society must keep children safe. Stalinism is linked with a cult of personality and massive violations of the law, with repression and camps. There is nothing like that in Russia and, I hope, will never again be. One has to be insincere and promise something which you cannot fulfill. So you either have to be a fool who does not understand what you are promising, or deliberately be lying. Everything will probably never be okay. But we have to try for it. We need business to understand its social responsibility, that the main task and objective for a business is not to generate extra income and to become rich and transfer the money abroad, but to look and evaluate what a businessman has done for the country, for the people, on whose account he or she has become so rich. I think the international community should unite to fight such inhuman phenomena as terror attacks and the murder of totally innocent people. The centuries-old history and culture of India, majestic architectural monuments and museums of Delhi, Agra and Mumbai have a unique attractive force. It's a historical phenomenon that in 250 years, a nation could move from a colony into the most prosperous nation of the world and the leader of the world. It is indeed an achievement, a tribute to the talent of the American nation, the American people in an optimal political and economic system. I was brought up in a very ordinary family, in fact, a worker's family. Both my father and mother were ordinary citizens. I don't read books by people who have betrayed the motherland. If you aspire to be a leader of your own country, you must speak your own language, for God's sake. He who does not regret the breakup of the Soviet Union has no heart. He who wants to revive it in its previous form has no head. Iraq is a small but very proud nation. I think the American people should express their preferences, and we'll accept their choice. The ability to compromise is not a diplomatic politeness toward a partner but rather taking into account and respecting your partner's legitimate interests. Russia and China are very natural partners. We are neighbors with an immense common border. Russian democracy is the power of the Russian people with their own traditions of national self-government, and not the realization of standards foisted on us from outside. The more intermediaries there are, the more problems there are. Political activities in Russia should be as transparent as possible. Financing political activities from abroad is something the state should keep an eye on. Politics should not interfere with sports, and sports should impact politics. We're no longer in the Cold War. Eavesdropping on friends is unacceptable. Terrorism has once again shown it is prepared deliberately to stop at nothing in creating human victims. An end must be put to this. As never before, it is vital to unite forces of the entire world community against terror. I think every person should have some faith inside him, in his heart. What matters is not an external display of this faith, but the inner state of the soul. You need to put drones under control. You need to lay out certain rules of engagement in order to prevent or minimize collateral casualties. It is extremely important. At last, Russia has returned to the world arena as a strong state, a country that others heed and that can stand up for itself. I think happiness is love. I go to the gym. I swim daily, and from time to time I meet with friends and do extracurricular stuff. How does one control weight? By not overeating. How does one stay in shape? One plays sports. There are no magic pills here. You must obey the law, always, not only when they grab you by your special place. I am the wealthiest man, not just in Europe, but in the whole world. I collect emotions. I am wealthy in that the people of Russia have twice entrusted me with the leadership of a great nation such as Russia. I believe that is my greatest wealth. The Russian people have unilaterally made their choice in direction of democracy in the early 90s. They will not be led astray. Nobody should be having any doubts. No one should be allowed to violently trample on the law. In the modern world, those who are weak will get unambiguous advice from foreign visitors which way to go and what policy course to pursue. It's Russia some people would like to get rid of. They are still afraid of our nuclear deterrent. We have our own foreign policy whether they like it or not. A considerable share of the world's population still cannot afford comfortable housing, education and quality healthcare. In accordance with the Constitution of the Russian Federation, the issues of foreign policy and defense are fully in the hands of the President. The Eurasian Union is a project meant to preserve the identities of nations and the historic Eurasian community in the new century, in a new world. It is necessary to suppress any extremist actions, on all sides, regardless of their origin. Our military might is the guarantor of Russia's security and independence. It is wrong to make anyone into an enemy. It is wrong to scare the people of one's own country with that enemy and try to rally some allies on that basis. I'm eternally grateful to fate and the citizens of Russia that they've trusted me to be the head of the Russian government. If you want my personal attitude, I would tell you that I don't care about a person's sexual orientation. We are all different, but when we ask for the Lord's blessings, we must not forget that God created us equal.